Logan Paul and Dylan Dennis are still having their fight in October, but they just did the press conference for their fight the other day. Right? Like, there's still so much time for this to continue getting worse.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome.
The public sentiment is still in Dylan Dennis's favor, and it's funny because he was the unknown competitor here. A lot of people hadn't heard of Dylan Dennis before this happened, and he's completely shifted the conversation by memeing on Logan Paul and letting the whole world know that his fiancé has a very, very long list of ex-lovers, including people like Leonardo DiCaprio, LeBron James, Nick Cannon, Ja Rule even.
Hey man, Firefest 2's coming, so Logan's better watch out because Ja Rule might take her there. I mean, also, those tickets sold out.
For
Firefest 2. Firefest 2 tickets sold out.
Really?
Yep.
That's crazy.
I hope you guys got your tickets.
That's crazy. So let's just react to some of the videos from this press conference. Logan Paul, by the way, because it was Dylan Dennis's birthday, bought an $8,000 cake for Dylan Dennis, shaped as his body, knocked out on the ground.
I think that the socialists and the communists should get mad at him for spending money unnecessarily. Just like, actually, this is a complete aside, but I thought about this the other day. There's a litmus test now for like how involved in the culture war you are. You know that article that came out about Billie Eilish flying economy. So I figure like how
did that happen?
You can gauge where you are in your cultural, like where you are in the culture by what that headline makes you think. Do you think that they're praising her because she's being frugal and she's being humble, or are they praising her because of climate change and she's not flying a private jet?
Climate change.
But I'm saying like there's people that are just saying like, oh, she's so humble. She's not flying private when she could.
I don't think Billie Eilish is in any position to fly in commercial airplanes.
Yeah, you'd think she would.
Without causing havoc.
All right, so let's go ahead and watch this first clip here. There we go.
You don't gotta take that shit out on me because my brother hooked up with your ex.
At least I got rid of this slut. You're marrying one.
Dylan. You ain't ever been with any girl as beautiful as my girl.
Yeah, okay.
My lovely
Every
fiance,
single guy
my
in New York is
sweetheart,
better
who I
than
love
me.
so much.
Relax.
My superstar, whose apartment costs more than your entire net worth.
Leonardo DiCaprio paid for it.
Broke ass bitch.
Oh.
You don't got.
Why is it a comeback to say that your fiance's apartment costs a lot of money?
Did he pay for it?
I'm confused.
Like
if two girls were fighting and one girl said like her man was richer than the other girl's man, I guess that would work. But no one cares whether his fiance is rich or not. That's not the point of the argument.
Mary was just low key calling him a girl.
I guess so.
Yeah,
it's kind of a feminine debate tactic.
Yeah. She was low key calling Logan Paul a girl.
All right, here we go.
Okay, I am those tears because of Nina, huh?
We got the real fighter.
Oh, here we go.
In the house. Yeah, Dylan Dennis, the real fighter who got choked out by a bouncer in a club.
Your girl got fucked by 75 guys before you married her. Shut the fuck up. Okay.
Brutal, man.
People, I just feel like this wouldn't be made into a meme in like the 2010s or in the 2000s. Right?
Yeah.
Like I saw this take from Brittany Martinez. She said, the Logan Paul Nina Agdal incident is an interesting case study of a societal shift. 10 years ago, you'd rarely see men shaming other men for hooking up with hot women, regardless of body count. It simply wasn't mentioned. Now men are calling out promiscuity and shaming other men who are choosing to be with women that have slept around. And I brought up the possibility that this is indicative of a cultural consensus shifting on maybe not sexual morality, but just walking away from the extreme end where we're allowing everything and permitting and celebrating everything.
Yeah.
And you seem to think it's not the case.
I think I still think that this is more indicative of just trash talk within a fight. I don't think it's a
But would that
shift.
same type of trash talk happen like 10 years ago, 20 years ago?
Well, also remember this, like this isn't, like Logan Paul's not like really a fighter, right? This is still a show.
An exhibition.
And Dylan Dennis is not, like they're doing boxing and Dylan is known for BJJ, if I understand correctly. So this is a show. So this is part of what the thing is. I feel like the talking smack, it's not like they're getting into the octagon or they're going to go to do BJJ. It's boxing, which is why like it's exhibition and stuff. So I feel like that's part of the like It's part of the intent of doing it is the smack talk.
Do you think they're in on it together for
No,
marketing the
I
fight?
think that they go into it knowing there's going to be smack talking. I don't think that they're being like, yo, I'm going to say this, and they're laughing about it. I think that
I'm
this
sure
is
they
pretty
expected
brutal.
trash talk, but Logan seems very unprepared for this.
Yeah,
like,
Dylan Dennis is going
he's
hard.
definitely
enough,
letting people know that Dylan Dennis has gotten under his skin.
Yeah.
And into his mind. He's like winning that mind game.
Back in the day, Chris Jericho used to make fun of Stephanie McMahon on WWE by calling her, I literally can't say the words, but they were all words for a woman that slept around. And even back, it's like a fever dream. Like when in storyline, Triple H was like feuding with Stephanie, even though he's married to her in real life, he basically calls her he calls her vagina the Grand Canyon. And he's married to her in real life.
It was the best time for WWE.
It was incredible.
Best.
But the point is, they were calling her names.
Yeah.
And basing it around her being promiscuous, and this was in 2001, in 2002.
I don't feel like I feel like Mary's got a point though about Logan's reaction. I do feel like Dylan is getting under Logan's
Oh
skin.
yeah, absolutely. But
It's only fair because Logan Paul is doing the same tactic on him.
Yeah.
Jake Paul, it's true. Jake Paul did hook up with Dylan Dennis's ex and post that all over social media. And Logan Paul is guilty of the same thing when he hooked up with his own little brother's ex and put her in his music video as a diss track on his own little brother.
Look, I mean, it's like, yeah.
Dylan Dennis is also posting saying like he kicked off one of his co-hosts on Impulsive for being Christian. I don't know if that's true.
Look,
but
this is all well and good, and it's like, boys behaving badly and stuff, but none of this is like Guns N' Roses. So this is all, it's all
petty.
It's petty, and it's not like actually having sex with a girl that was dating someone in your band and putting her moans on the record. Okay, that actually happened. Guns N' Roses did that. So
we've got a $20 one from Patriot American.
go for it.
Her name's Shin Hati. I'll post a pic on X and tag y'all in it for you guys to see, and maybe you guys can show it on the stream tomorrow.
Yeah, somebody should do fan art of Mary. Also, here's this clip, guys. I thought you'd like this. This was in 2002, I believe.
But she's very sensitive. Stephanie is very delicate. She's like a little flower.
Flower? I'd have to say that little
Why are
Wait, what?
Hold on.
Maybe you don't think it bothers
Oh.
her, but she's very sensitive. Stephanie is very delicate. She's like a little flower.
flower? I'd have to say that little Steffi baby lost her flower a long time ago.
a long time ago.
How do you do?
Chris Jericho's great.
I mean, how else do you think she became a filthy, dirty, disgusting, skanky, brutal, bottom-feeding trash bag hoe in the first place?
This was this was in the early 2000s. So you held women accountable even in storyline for their body counts back then.
If people go back and look at the stuff that John Cena used to say, oh God, it was like, it would literally, like 20-year-olds or 25-year-olds would flip out if they watched that stuff. It was brutal.
It was amazing. And to be fair,
I guess maybe that's just like a sign that we moved away from that into a time of higher sensitivity, and now we're coming out of that.
and the best part is just remember they're acting, so she has to be okay with that being her real name. And then and this was at a time when they still encouraged kayfabe, right? So there was a blending of the lines, a blurring of the lines. You didn't know what was real and what was fake quite at that time. At least the normies didn't. And they had to be okay. Vince McMahon had to be okay with being seen as just the world's worst boss, probably because he was a bit of an office tyrant anyways, because you have to be to run a company that size in a lot of ways. But Stephanie had to be okay with them taking those shots at her in storyline. So
Let's react to the cake fight on stage. Speaking of petty.
Okay, here we go.
He's like, hold me back, bro.
It actually is exactly that, too. He's jumping up and down in the guy's arms. It is literally the hold me back, bro. Like, it's a lot of this, to me, just seems very, very performative in a lot of ways. Like, I get that what he's doing is taking shots. But what happened with Creator Clash and the dude's wife, the OnlyFans? Remember that?
Wait, what? The guy that runs Creator Clash, iDubbbz, his wife has an OnlyFans. A lot of people have clowned on him for that. And he banned people that even associated with anyone.
That's not the plug, is it?
That said that.
What?
That's not the plug, is it?
No, that's not.
Okay.
It's Anissa Joma or whatever.
But the point is, he was calling out her being promiscuous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's got an OnlyFans.
Same situation.
Yeah, everyone does, basically. No, it's like, that's one of the, I read a comment the other day that said something that's like, what do you expect when the number one source of income in America for women now is OnlyFans? And everyone knows that's not true. But if you're...
Thank you.
Yes! But it's like in a permanently online culture.
Yeah.
It's party time.
The red pill guys and the OnlyFans girls are in a weird symbiotic relationship where they need each other to continue existing.
They do.
I mean, specifically, how would shows like Fresh and Fit or whatever fill their seats if there weren't hoes out here trying to promote their OnlyFans?
They wouldn't.
It's true.
Exactly.
They're in a symbiotic relationship and they need each other to justify their own existences.
But with the internet the way it is, like, algorithms have convinced people that this is how normal women make money, and everyone knows that that's not true. But you have to get off your phone and go out into the real world to realize that.
Yeah. So here are some of the comments. Dylan Dennis really messed with his head. He won the mental battle. All the fake laughing and bravado from Logan Paul is a way to hide his anger and show that he's not bothered, but deep down he's anxious. What else Dylan has under his Twitter belt? Yeah, what other pictures can he post?
He's got like
Nina
private,
Agdal?
he's like hiring private investigators
Literally,
to go look into it. Like,
bro is wearing sunglasses to hide his tears. He also called Dylan Dennis Dylan Donuts, which is the saddest diss I've ever heard.
It's like I feel like that's what Ron DeSantis would use as if Ron DeSantis tried to insult Trump, he'd use
Donut Trump.
Yeah,
but donuts are good.
Yeah.
True. And then let's play the clip of Logan Paul finally responding to all of this. Yeah. I think it's really despicable that he didn't try to defend his own fiance for quite a while until now.
All right, here we go.
I know who Nina is. She knows who I am. We've been so transparent about each other's past. She's a fucking angel. She's had long-term boyfriends her whole life. Every guy in the world wants to date her. Only a few could and say they got to. I'm the one that was lucky enough to lock her down. And it's so stupid that I have to come on here and like clarify the fact that my supermodel girlfriend, who's had an amazing career and has built an amazing life for herself, got paparazzi with her exes. Like, yeah, she took pictures with her exes. Yes, guys came up to her and wanted to take photos, including LeBron, who fucking came up to her and wanted a photo. Yes, she's done professional modeling shoots and
not buying it.
Shit because it gets clicks. Like, she's in the industry, she's in Hollywood. And again, it's so stupid I have to clarify this, but like, me and Nina are good. We fucking love the shit out of each other. She's my fiance. I cannot wait to marry her. And Dylan just takes it below the belt. And bro, at one point I was the most hated person on the planet, right? I don't give a fuck what anyone says. You know, you're not me. You don't know my life. You don't know Nina. You don't know me. So shut the fuck up. Live your life. You can comment on mine, but at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck.
Do you buy it?
What else is he supposed to say?
Are you buying what he's
What else is he
selling
supposed to say?
Well, I mean, I think that he's got to say that. I think it's pretty obvious that it gets under his skin that Dylan Dennis is doing this. He's got a long way to go, too. It's not stopping.
If he actually cares about his fiance, it should bother him that all of this stuff is being said about her. So don't even try to put it out there that you don't care.
Reminds me of the Chris Rock skit where he talks about, like, why would you ask a woman her number? He says, women won't tell you how many men she slept with. She'll tell you how many boyfriends she had. She's only had long-term boyfriends.
Yeah, why is the definition of being an effing angel having long-term boyfriends your entire life? That sounds like a flag, like a red flag to me, that you can't keep any long-term relationship that you attempt, right?
Yeah, I mean, I guess. I don't know. It's,
That's the definition of being an angel these days?
Not everybody's. I mean, would it be better if she was also promiscuous and not in long-term relationships? I don't think that would be any better, would it?
No, it would be
Okay,
worse,
so
obviously. I mean, serial monogamy is just as much of a recreation for people these days, you know?
Serial monogamy. Yeah, I think so.
Well,
a lot of women who are addicted to the drama of being in relationships over and over again, having on and off exes. It's a thing.
It's a thing.
I think that Logan Paul really should have spoken in defense of her earlier. Like, either dump her or defend her, but you can't just sit there silently sending out cease and desist letters, trying to report this guy for harassment on Twitter. It's making you look pathetic and scared.
Mary's 100%. Well, I'm not sure about the scared, but it does look lame. It does look bad. Like, if you're going to play in the arena where this kind of stuff goes on, right? Like, you're going to go and get into, boxing matches, and he does pranks on people and he talks smack on people on the internet. Like, that's his forte too, right? Like, Logan Paul's not the dude that doesn't do this kind of stuff. So it's like, look, man, you made this your career, so it's what you're gonna get. So
thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.